Hello, and welcome back to the weekend jam here in Luck, hosted by Cleary. We started with some air horn already, so you know it's going to be a good time, a squirrely time. Look at that beautiful squirrel. Bob Ross would be proud. Today in the jam so far we have Swan, janeishly, savamala, bornach, and Crow. Hello Crow, welcome. Wow. Laying down the EBM vibes, electronic body music. That's the current vibe I'm getting. The tempo and rhythmic density are what do that, and also this arpeggiated synthesizer that performs on every 16th note, which is most likely this air horn pattern. Because sometimes we're adding the note to change the pitch. We're going to use this note, C1, as the default note, and sometimes add a semitone or minor third above or a whole tone down below. And this melodic contour, where you go up by a semi-step and then up by a whole step, is similar to the Phrygian scale and is very prevalent in electronic body music. This bass drum pattern, 13 to 16, is the Euclidean rhythm, and the odd value 13 means that we're going to get some kind of syncopation, much like this Trazio 3/8 rhythm. On the right-hand side, we have another new livecoder, hirnsalat. Welcome. We are now playing a new melody in the key of A minor. We're using the scale function to cast all of these notes into the A minor scale. This is contrasted to the note evaluation in the other cell. In the other cell, it does not specify any scale call, therefore, the default mode of using chromatic representation is happening. Over here on the right-hand side, it sounds like we are exploring different keys, some modal explorations, if you will. There's a few reasons you might do that. One is because you are trying to fit the notes into the other notes, so the two patterns weren't in the same key, right? The one on the left is in C and approximately Phrygian, but the one on the right is in D minor, or was in A minor, and also found some other intermediary keys. So I guess the question is, how do you know which notes and scales are suitable for mashing up together? You can do this guess and check approach, and this jam is a great place to do things like that. This crow sample is crowing us. If harmony, like knowing which keys to choose and if it's major or minor, is something that you need assistance with or are curious to learn more about, I am happy to write content for you, and I publish it on my website, Harmonic Theory. You can read the Circle of Fifths article to get an introduction to what this circle is. left-hand side, I see that this note has been updated from C to D. Perhaps Swan is this editor. Thank you, Swan. And we find that since that change has been done, there is a lot more consonance in the melody overall. The two melodies are no longer competing with one another, but instead cooperating within the same harmonic space. Beautiful. I see here we have a comma, which means we're stacking two separate melodies atop the same synthesizer expression, and they will happen in parallel. This pickRestart function is pretty new to me, so I'm going to open up the docs and see what that does. Oh, that's a really beautiful melody. Very nice, Crow. Okay, let's bring the docs in to look at pickRestart. So pickRestart is a combiner. It has the tag combiner. Similar to pick, but the chosen pattern is restarted when the index is triggered. Okay, so let's see what pick does. I love this crow sound. Let's go to that real quick. Oh, it just went away. Picks patterns or plain values either from a list by index or a lookup table by name, similar to inhabit, but maintains the structure of the original patterns. Let's go back to the source code and see how it's being used. pickRestart. So we give it an array of pattern objects. I'm actually not sure that I understand this one. If you think you understand it, can you let me know in the comments? I would appreciate that. This is such a dreamy melody. The pitch envelope is what gives it that really blurpy sound. Pitch envelope is a glissando. It's the glide between notes. So that sound I was just making would be a really exaggerated glissando or pitch envelope. Wow, we're really driving, aren't we? Squirrel! Oh, some bit crushing. Who did that? That was so cute. Let's do a frequency sweep from low to high. In the lowest, I hear a bass drum. Above it is the bass drum, but there is a bass line as well, which is playing a very crunchy. Here it is. This D has gone down an octave. So the air horn is our bass now. And then above that is the bass drum. Above the bass drum, I think the next most highest thing is the entries here, actually. There's not a lot in the mid-range right now. So the sound on the bottom right-hand cell here is the primary stuff in the mid-contents, and then there's just enough hi-hats in the uppers to set the beat. This is really a minimalist setup right now, and it has all the territories covered. I think that's what makes it so exciting and hypnotic. I'm going to skip ahead a bit to 16 minutes in, 15 minutes in. Starting a new episode format, which is 30 minutes in duration. And a difference we hear from the place we just teleported from is a new melody And also, cha, 3, 4, cha. Oh, and that beautiful guy, cha, 2, 3, 4. So there's 3 new pieces, but I do still hear this slow, chunky bass happening. So that bass line is still there. And those new additions are coming from this piano. Oh, we have that cell. That cell that was in the lower left is now up here. So here's that bass line with the lower D octave air horn. And these are new contributions by lanegramvp. Hello, welcome Langram. And by hirnsalat. This one has a delay on it, this pink noise. That's not the really, and I can tell because this delay doesn't have any mutation on it, and pink noise doesn't have that clear of a fundamental. Over here, however, I see another delay call. And this delay call does have some modulation on the frequency of the source. We also have this piano line which has a rest in it. That sound, it's very characteristic of techno music. I feel like it should have a name. There should be this is a pretty common sound. Properties of it's atonal-ish. It feels atonal, yet it doesn't feel out of place. And what I mean by that is I believe that the fundamental melody is a common or conventional melody, but the audio effect that I perceive is a delay or delay mutation where you are changing the delay artifacts pitches. Hello, Squirrel. What a gorgeous sound. The mixing is also pretty nice. It doesn't feel like any parts are dominating or too hidden. That is, there is equal visibility onto every contribution, and all the parts are laid out in sound space into their own registers or their own octaves. So this is very clean mixing right now. Every element has its own rhythm scale and its own spot in the spectral domain. I think we're good to go ahead and skip forward. Let's try this one. Now we have a 4-to-the-floor kick drum. Let's see if we can find it in the code or if it's perhaps obfuscated. Maybe it's the delight break, but I think these samples are the complete drum sound that we're getting. There's a very quiet, gain 0.5 and gain 0.5. Very quiet drum beat with hi-hats going on, which I believe is coming from these, except for this underscored entry. On the bottom right, we have a flute and violin combo with this vibrato, which is giving a very synthy kind of sound. Beautiful combination. This one is selecting the C major scale over 3 octaves. The pipe operator here is a random selection operator that says we're going to choose one of those at random, and now they just got deleted, so now we're sticking it only to the 6th octave. So they're all going to be just in the high register. changing the sound, removing the flute, replacing it with sine, which is actually kind of a simpler flute. Flutes are already pretty sine-like, but sine would be a similar sound but less energy. GM oboe, swapping the violin for oboe. Same story. Oboe overall has less spectral energy than the violin, but it does have a different and distinct timbre. This is such a jam. Wow, we are really, really cooking. I hear so many different time scales going on at once. This is, I think, the slowest thing happening. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4. There we go. Yeah, so the super saw I'm gesturing towards is the slow pad that we're experiencing. The low pass filter means that it's rejecting any high frequency information. Only the low pass frequencies are allowed through, the frequencies below 800 hertz, which gives it this mysterious and murky sound, which pairs very well with the oboe sine combo right below. They are occupying totally different regions of sound space, therefore complementing one another. They also have different time scales in that the sine and oboe combination is moving twice as fast. Not only twice as fast as the supersaw pattern, but it has more events in its pattern, which means that it... Oh, hello. Is it time to rave? I guess it's time to rave. This one has more notes in it, so that means it's going to have to play back at a faster rate to fit them into the same duration of cycles. Same pattern event. Okay, let's look for that big techno kick. Where is that coming from? How about this thing called psychic? So this is using a kick drum, or it's using a single low bass note. It has a large pitch envelope on it. It has a very short sustain duration, a decay value of 0.3 seconds. Low pass filter of 20. That is curious, because that means it's setting the low pass. Ah, I see. So 20 would be very aggressive filtering. Without the other settings on it, the low pass envelope, you would actually probably not hear anything. But because it also has this envelope contour on it, that means we're going to animate the value 20. So this low pass envelope function, when you add it, you're effectively creating an animation on the low pass filter. And so even though the fundamental value, the value that it will finally rest at when the animation is over, is 20 hertz, meaning that we reject everything above 20 hertz, which is pretty much anything we can hear. But before that, before the animation completes, the filter is going to pass through some higher frequencies first using that envelope setting. 5 doesn't mean 5 hertz, it means some value in, let's just see, let me look at the docs on that too. Sorry. Modulation, so the tags are filter and envelope and super dope. So that's the low pass filter, envelope, modulation, depth. So I think there's a little bit of magic going on here. So there's some internal reference number that shows how far that depth is being scaled by, but you can work with it knowing that bigger numbers have a bigger sweep and smaller numbers have a smaller sweep. I would say the value of 5, now it's 8, it got bigger, or this is a different instrument I see, and so it's going to have a more visible effect. we definitely increased the overall tempo, everything got faster at once. But we have another new jammer. Hello and welcome, Snorpfryer. Snorpfryer, I love your organ music. The organ, I have an organ. Hello, White Scorpion, welcome. I'd love to see new jammers. Key change. Infinitysnapz has moved us into C minor, apparently. That might be a bit challenging because on the left, bornach is in C major, and generally parallel major and minor, C major and C minor at the same time, is not a sound you want to be mixing in. That would be an effective usage of that as an advanced technique, you could say. Wow, the visuals suddenly, I've been forgetting to comment on how gorgeous they are, first of all, especially when the squirrel was in the orb. Squirrel orb is great, and so is the current brightness and all the depth of dynamic lighting. It's so eye-catching. Alright, let's take one more skip ahead. How about here? And the squirrel makes a return in rows. A blurred, somber squirrel to match the music here. Yet another vibe shift, of course. I love to see that happen. Sounds like we have some oboes. Beautiful oboes, beautiful cellos. Is this wejam? Wejam, whenever we use the general MIDI sounds. What is wejam? Wejam, weekend jams, and wejcore. Wejcore! So, Cleary sent me this article and would like to talk about wejcore, which is things that are very algo-ravey. Sorry, not necessarily algo-ravey, but jammy, right? I thought this one was funny. So the things that you might consider representative don't have to be common patterns or samples used, but possibly the accidental interjection of some overly loud sample. Everyone did this at least once. I know I have. Before you realize that samples play at full volume, and then you bring a sample in out of the blue, and then it's so loud, that's wejcore. Wejcore. Or the specific way Strudel would start to break down when it's overlaid. Exactly, yeah, we had a couple breakdowns in sound. Those are pretty wejcore. So this is a term that we can use to find home. If there's something that feels super jammy that you get only here, then that is wejcore. This squirrel is so wejcore. Swan is hypnotizing me over here with a blown bottle. It's the delay on it that is really effective for me. Oh, it looks like C minor 1. There's 2 C minors, so sorry C major, you got outvoted. We got C minor over here, C minor over here. We ended up C minor. Let's do a sound sweep from low to high. In the lowest regions, there is a slow and steady 4 to the floor kick drum. Above that, there's this subtle synthesizer that moves on the 8th note. If the kick drum is a quarter note, then this 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that instrument would be right above the kick in the spectral domain. Above that is this noise sample. I believe there's a pink noise somewhere, which is giving us this clap kind of effect or snare drum sound. Then above that, we would have the oboe, this oboe solo. The cello, I can't hear the cello right now, but the cello should be in there with that 8th note pattern as well. Cellos sit in the lower end of sound space, but how you play it isn't necessarily always that in Strudel. looking at the notes here, octave 4 and octave 2, that does align pretty well with the standard cello range. So beautiful. Let's enjoy the music. So many talented artists today. There's so much great counterpoint going on. Counterpoint is whenever you have single monophonic melodies, so single note at a time, meaning you have a melody that is monophonic, and through the collective composition of many parts performing monophonic melodies simultaneously, is the emergence of instant harmony or instantaneous chords. So these are all playing notes within the C minor scale, and because they're all tuned to the same key of C minor, and they're all playing monophonic melodies, they're all pretty much guaranteed, you could say, to produce melodies that are not only tuned to one each other and will sound good harmonically, but will evoke a counterpoint or contrapuntal experience. This is the contrapuntal experience. What we explicitly do not hear right now, we don't hear a piano, we don't hear a guitar, we don't hear a synthesizer laying down an entire chord, we don't hear a full chord progression of any kind. We only hear independent voices performing one single note melodies. And again, single note here does not mean there's only one note in the melody, but monophonic, only single note at a time melodies. So that's the contrast to a piano, which might have more than one note at a time. It's a polyphonic instrument. And that's the contrast to an organ or guitar, which are the same. They're both polyphonic instruments. Oh, air horn. Oh, air horn. Is that Shabda saying Algo Rave? Wow, the sound is so gorgeous. It's evoking this really classic techno. These whistles with reverb, the blown flutes. I think it's the blown bottle and some flute samples, and the reverb and delay on them is giving such good hypnotic techno. I'm so thankful for all of the fantastic artists who are jamming, and hope that you someday will jam too. If you haven't yet already, you are welcome to join us in Euler Room. And now, if you would like to support the channel, me, you can do so on Patreon. That is now set up for you to explore a variety of benefits to help you make more music. Tiers range from straight ahead support to access to unreleased tracks and content to unlimited MIDI synthesis with mnemonic theory, and even private live code lessons if that's something you're into. You can check out those tiers in the Patreon link below. Happy jamming, keep making music, and I'll see you next time.